Claudine is a 1974 black experience film directed by Lester Pine and starring James Earl Jones, Diane Carroll, and Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. It is noted for being one of the few mainstream films featuring an African American cast released during that time, which was not a blaxploitation film. In this video, I want to talk about some perspectives I got from the film, as well as some of the symbolism and the arc of Rupert, who I feel is the film's main character. Let me start by pointing out some perspectives from the film, beginning with the way in which it shows the relationships between poverty, racism, and the lack of a father figure, and how these factors affect children and single mothers. Here are some examples. Claudine Price is a divorced single mother of 6 children who relies on public assistance and who must supplement this by leaving her children every day to go clean the homes of affluent white people. Claudine's children are too much for her to manage by herself. Her eldest daughter, named Charlene, is blossoming into a woman quickly, and because she lacks a father in the home to provide a proper example, she is vulnerable to the wrong type of male, a so-called revolutionary who shows her how to hold her liquor and gets her pregnant. This film describes the welfare system as intrusive and humiliating, often penalizing recipients and poor couples who want to be together. Here are some examples. Claudine's social worker, named Miss Kback, makes surprise visits and inspects Claudine's apartment for men and any household items that may indicate that Claudine is getting an income above her welfare benefits. Claudine and her kids have to hide the small, inexpensive things Roop buys them, such as a toaster, a rug, and other items from the social worker. In this film, the word welfare is synonymous with people who are lazy, promiscuous, and dishonest. In an early scene, Roop jokingly threatens to blackmail Claudine by blowing the whistle to the welfare office that she has an extra income and getting welfare benefits. Roop and Claudine decide to get married, but find out that if they do, he can't provide any financial assistance to her without affecting her welfare benefits. This film also describes how not having a father in the home makes the family vulnerable to outside pressures such as drug and alcohol abuse, unplanned pregnancy, self-hatred, and depression. Here are some examples from the film. Charlene is misled by her boyfriend into using drugs and having sex that results in her getting pregnant. Early in the film, Claudine's children are watching Tarzan on TV and cheering for Tarzan, who is fighting against black Africans. Charles' self-hatred and hatred of men who breaks his mother's heart culminates in him having a vasectomy so that he himself won't have children. Her eldest son, Charles, is full of self-hatred and resentment against the men who left his mother alone to raise he and his siblings. He even resents his siblings, and he even questions his mother, Claudine, on why she didn't simply abort him. The film shows the contrast between the lives of blacks and whites in America. The film begins with Claudine catching the bus to her job as a domestic worker. When she arrives at work with the white woman whose home, the white woman whose home she cleans is on the phone in a bright, colorful outfit, talking about lots of land and big money. By contrast, Claudine's clothes are gray and drab, and she and her 6 children live in a tiny apartment. There's a scene at the beginning of the film where Rupert is picking up the trash at the home where Claudine works. His job as a trash collector means that he not only picks up trash, but that he will eventually rescue Claudine and her children, whose previous husband and society has thrown away. Rupert has also thrown his own 3 children away from his previous marriage, which is why he leaves the overloaded trash that is too heavy, because he can't take on the responsibility of raising his kids plus Claudine's kids. He tells the homeowner to divide the trash in the overloaded can because he can't afford to take care of his kids and Claudine's at the same time. Character arc. The character who changes the most in the film is Roop. In the backstory, he married twice, resulting in 3 children in 2 states. His involvement with Claudine suggests how his absence affects the lives of his own 3 children. Roop enjoys the time he spends with Claudine, but as their relationship deepens, he is asked to take responsibility for her children also, although he makes very little money as a trash collector. He and Claudine's son Charles almost mirror each other in respect that they are both emasculated. Charles out of hatred for men who hurt his mother, and Roop, whose powerlessness to provide and protect those he loves drives him to drink and leave his job. However, by the end of the film, Roop realizes that no matter how little he has, he must take the responsibility of providing for his family from the government under which his family is disintegrating. Thanks for watching this video. I would appreciate it if you would leave a comment or you would like it. And in the description, you will find a link to my film blog where you could read other film-related materials such as the video that I just made here. Again, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next time.